Hello, let me talk to you while I'm getting all my stuff done. Gleeks today, guys. I've got a sore eye. These contact lenses have to come out for a few days. I need new glasses. I haven't changed my glasses in literally years. Buttons. Heat needs to go up a bit. I've only got 30 miles of petrol left in the car because Darren drove it yesterday. Honestly. Right. So, postman's about, I don't want to run him down. Oh, there he is. Going into my mum's as usual. It's Tuesday. It's wet. It's crappy old weather. I should tell you what date it is. No, actually, it goes on the vlog what date it is, doesn't it?
Were found.
It is the 5th of March. I've got like 2 weeks worth of vlogs to catch up on, to edit. I mean, I haven't done anything on my main channel for ages. I think I'm taking a bit of a break. I've just realised this seat's bloody reclined again. Honestly. You know, I know different people like to sit in different positions, but Darren's almost in a fucking lying down position, and my brain says, how on earth do you like drive a car in that relaxed a position? There's a bus coming now. We're going to be sat here for a while, and there's a car opposite that hasn't got an indicator on, so unless I'm just going to go, because honestly I have no patience for people. It's like a crossroads, so they have to be going left or right, but they don't have an indicator on. I mean, how difficult is it to just put an indicator on to let people know what you're doing? I'm not going to waffle all the way in today because there's nothing really to tell you. I'm just going into my mum's. It's bad weather, it's cold, and I've got a sore eye. That's the amount of stuff we have this week. I literally can't think of anything of any note. Oh, and we're beside the petrol pump. Right, I'll check in with you guys later, whenever I next get a chance. Oh no, she's woken up. I was going to film Dobby for you. Right, I'll talk a bit. She's going back to sleep. We're watching Spaceman on Netflix. It's about Adam Sandler and a giant spider. But I wanted to show you Dobby in a funny sleeping position, but she's moved.
Different discovery. But all you can see is yourself. Good luck, skinny human.
No, she's not going to do it. There's Molly.
No. Wait.
Hello. I don't know if I look as bad as I feel. Oh my life. It is 2:15 on Saturday afternoon. Darren's just gone to pick Isaac up. He's been to the airfield up at Oma with Scouts. They're back early, so I don't know whether it was quite windy today. I don't know if that means they maybe didn't get up in the plane, although Isaac didn't want to, but maybe it was a bit windy for them all to get up on the plane. I was on a live stream last night with Leo from Geek Legion of Doom, Aaron from Screen Stars, and Jamie Powell, and it was a lot of fun. It was lots and lots of fun, but the amount I drank, I have just now seen how much I drank last night. I have not been this sick because of alcohol in so long. I don't drink very often. When I say I don't drink very often, I only drink on like a special occasion, and we were like having drinks last night to stream for a bit of a laugh. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's worse when you're doing something else to keep you amused, like chatting to other people, because I don't think you realise how much you're drinking. I have been so ill. I've been throwing up. Darren's not best pleased with me. He's left devastation, so I can see exactly how I left things last night. And he slept downstairs because he was expecting me to be vomiting all night. So first I know about it, I wake up in the early hours and there's a sick bowl on the bed. And yeah, he's not, I mean, like, who hasn't overindulged and got a bit, but I can tell he's not amused. Even though he did exactly the same thing at a friend's house once and vomited all around their stairs. I had to clean it up and replace the mop that I cleaned it with. So I'll remind him of that if he's getting frustrated at me getting a bit, and I was pissed. I wasn't a bit inebriated. I was pissed as a fart. I was slurring. I couldn't get my words out. Oh God. And there's a live stream. That's on the internet. In the end, we were on for 5.5 hours. We started at 8 and we were on until like 1:30 in the morning. Oh, Christ. Christ only know. I have massive blocks of even what was said, what went on. I do know I was really sick, and getting upstairs to bed was a real challenge. And it's, like I say, it's now 2:20 the next day, and I'm not well. I've had a coffee, and that hasn't really settled my stomach. I'm just drinking some like diluted juice, but fucking hell, I feel bad. I had a migraine hit with it. It's now a bad headache. It's not a migraine anymore, but the nausea, and oh God, not good. When you do things like this, you say, all right, never again. And honest to God, I can't be drinking that much alcohol. What a stupid woman. Warning, be careful if you're drinking alcohol. When you, what a stupid thing to say. I'm watching that chapter. It's a guy called Mike. He does true crime. And I've paused it to record this when I remembered. And the expression on his face. I'll show you it before I switch you off. Look at that for an expression. Poor Mike. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you that snippet of information for today. Alcohol is bad. Don't do it. I shall catch up with you guys probably tomorrow. Morning guys, Sunday. Just wanted to see if I could zoom in on this little guy. Oh, he's just flown away. There was a little robin sat there. Oh, there he is, he's moved. Can you see him right in the middle of the fence? Little robin. Puff his little chest just blown with the wind. It's Mother's Day, folks. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, look at that little robin, he's so cute. Look at his little puffy chest blowing. He's come to ask for some food. We'll have to go find him something. Hello, I don't know what's going on with this and why you can see the steering wheel so much. I think I need to fiddle with it again. It is Saturday, no it's not, it's Sunday. It is Mother's Day. I discovered this yesterday when a stupid advert came up on YouTube. I thought Mother's Day was like the last Sunday in March. I don't know why, I've got it confused with something, I don't know why, but my brain was saying like 26th, 25th, that sort of time. I was informed no, they said it's tomorrow. It's like, oh shit. So I have to make a quick stop. I already had the cards from my mum because I'm quite organised in that respect, but last time we were downtown she bought, someone for her anniversary bought her this big, I did mention it, a big bunch of flowers in a like pink basket, and it's really, really nice. Obviously they've all died now, but what we did was we bought some fake flowers and I sort of arranged them in the basket for her so that there's something there all the time. I think I've got 4 layers on today. I'm feeling a bit like the Michelin Man. 6 degrees. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, so there's no point buying her flowers because she can't see them unless they're like right in front of her more or less, and the place where they would be is where these fake flowers are. Jewellery, my mum only wears a few bits. She's got a jewellery shop. Honestly, I could have a stall at a market and quite happily sell stuff all day of what my mum has, because it's just the default, isn't it, at Christmas and birthdays, especially for my dad. He never knows what to bloody get, so the default's always a necklace. So I'm like, what the hell? I thought I'll just ask her, and she says, oh, a jumper. So just calling off before we get there in the hope that I can find a jumper. My mum, again, it's like the Imelda Marcos of jumpers. It's ridiculous. I've never known a woman with more jumpers in my life. It's like my mum's jumpers rival Darren's t-shirts. Not quite that bad yet, but she forgets she buys things, and then you show her it and she's like, oh, where's that come from? But there's like multiple wardrobes in the house crammed full of my mum's clothes, and she like cycles through the same maybe 5 or 6 jumpers all the time. So it's hard to know what to buy her, but she doesn't have any hobbies, but she can't really do anything. So it's difficult. Can't even take her out for a meal because she can't, you know, she can't eat out in public. She really struggles with even drinking now. She's having real issue with, like when we went to Costa, we go to Costa on it, which I could really do without, to be honest, because I'm not, it's alright once in a while for a treat, but to me it's just overpriced and it's ridiculous, and generally she pays for it, but I don't know, she just likes to get out and have it. That's what she always did with my granny when I was growing up. They went for a tea or a coffee. So, but back then you'd have paid £1 or something. Now, like 2 coffees and 2 little buns. I say little buns, like a little brownie or something like that. It's like 13 quid odd. And it's like, what? Why was I talking about Costa? Yeah, so even at Costa, I mean, she's struggling. She brings her own mug for the hot chocolate, but she's struggling not to. She spilt half it down her last week. So it's really difficult thinking of presents, and you have to try not, when it's a birthday or something like Mother's Day or an anniversary, don't do what my dad did. Don't try to be practical. You buy a practical thing. You know, my dad didn't mean anything. You know, my mum was watching the TV, and most people would always say, well, what's wrong with that? My mum was not pleased. She was watching the TV and an advert came on for, they're not electric toothbrushes because they're not plugged in. What are they called? Anyway, electric toothbrushes, and my mum says, oh, I wouldn't mind one of them. Well, what did my mum get for Christmas? Obviously there were other stuff, but my dad had bought her this really decent electric toothbrush, which I think was used once or twice, but she was really annoyed by it. And he couldn't understand why she was annoyed by it. And, you know, in this case, I have to take the side of my dad. She said she wanted it, he bought her it, it was expensive. But my mum's idea of a present isn't something practical. It's like, I suppose a woman needed an ironing board and been bought an ironing board for Christmas, that, you know what I mean? But yeah, you have to not go down the route of practicality, try to get something that the person thinks is nice. But like I say, with my mum it's almost impossible because all the go-tos she has too much of as it is. The daffodils are out. I like daffodils. Darren got me some daffodils. I said I wanted daffodils. I always try and get some at this time of year. They sell them in the shop, so you're not allowed to pick them these days, are you? It's illegal. When I was a kid, we used to pick bluebells and snowdrops and daffodils, but you wouldn't do that now. So when they're in the shops, I like to have some in the house. I've got a nice lavender scented candle for the bedroom too. Lavender for some reason does really help me, like with relaxation and sleep. I've got like a spray, I've got like that stuff Kelly got me for Christmas, the like powdery stuff. I've got Darren got me this, but there's like a spray you can put on your pillow. I actually put it on the top of the duvet cover because it's right under my nose. And there's like a little roll-on ball thing, but no, that doesn't really work, but the other two are good. Now I've got a candle. There's nothing else to tell you of any description. Isaac went to his airfield thing yesterday. Apparently Ruben didn't go. Oh, you said, Isaac, did Ruben go up? It was meant to, why didn't he? Alright.
Tell them about what we did with the
Photographs?
I'm out to get in.
Alright, yeah, Darren's a bit, the Yorkshire Darren is a bit annoyed because
It's ridiculous.
they all had to pay the same amount, which was £35, and it was a tour of the hangar, the planes, a talk, and they had a taster flight where they got to go up. Like, it's a 2-person plane, so there would be the pilot and the child, and they got to go up for a little fly around into the cockpit, all the rest of it. Now, Isaac didn't really want to do that aspect of it because he would get, well, in a plane he would have a tendency to be sick. And you don't really want someone vomiting You know what I mean? When there's two of you in a plane,
And they asked for numbers before they went, saying who'd like to fly and who wouldn't like to fly.
it was like they have a poll and it's like talk and taster flight, talk only, not this time. So I had clicked on talk only, and we had to pay the same amount as the people that took the flight. I think the situation was, right, this is the package, this is what they're charging us. If you don't want to have it, don't have it, but if you're taking a place, you have to pay the full amount, which I can kind of understand because it's what Scouts are being charged by the company that run it.
Well, I'm not saying Scout's fault, but the company didn't even let the kids that weren't flying, they didn't even get to sit in a plane on the ground.
Yeah, that somebody should have.
It's like, what?
The kids wouldn't think to do it, but loads of the kids that went up in the plane, there was a photograph of them sat in the cockpit all ready to go up, you know, this with a head thing on, and it would have been nice for them to give the kids a chance to just sit in the cockpit and have their photo taken, which they didn't, which was a bit disappointing. We had a good day though, so that's the main thing. Scouts isn't on this Friday, Isaac. I haven't even read the text that came through this morning when I was half stupid. Something about the halls being used for something else, so there's no Scouts. Can't think of it. So that's about it. I don't think I've filmed very much this week. I'm trying to cut down the amount I'm filming and waffling because I think I'm just mainly talking to myself, but I switch you on when I'm doing it. It's just like inane waffling. So I shall switch you off for now. Next week, as I usually like to tell you what next week is. Tomorrow I get my roots done, thank the Lord. I'm praying for no headache because I woke up with a crack in it. It's gone now, thank God, but it was a cracker this morning. It was the behind the nose, jaw, palaver. But I caught it in time with a couple of cocodamol. Something else is next Wednesday. What's Wednesday? That's in my head. Isaac, have you something on Wednesday? So right, so Monday is hair. Tuesday I'm at my mum's. Friday is parent-teacher meetings, which I'm dreading, not because of the talking to the teacher, but the standing about. You're there like 3 hours. Isaac, I do have to be. I didn't go. I was ill last time. Darren went on his own, and I really don't want to do the same thing this time. It's really difficult for me to do something that means I'm standing about for that length of time. I struggle, so I'm not particularly looking forward to that. And I think that's it. There's no other place. There's something I'm missing, I can't remember what it is. It'll be written on the calendar. We need to take Molly to the vet because we found a little lump on her tummy. But we're pretty positive it is just a wee, there's no pain, it's not hard, it's squishy and it's fully mobile, it moves about. We think it's just a little fatty lump. But she'll be going to the vets. That was, you said Wednesday, didn't you? Yeah, that's what it was. We're going to try and get her in on Wednesday. And her groom's, hang on. Is Molly's groom this week? Because I remember thinking when you told 19th, that's Friday, is it? Today's what? What day? Is today the 10? Oh right, so it's next week. Because I remember thinking the last time Molly got her groom was a similar time to when I last got my hair done, and now she's booked in again, and it's around a similar time to me getting my hair done again.
To go anywhere to get a prescription for the next lot of tablets.
Yeah. She
could to the hairdresser if you get
Yeah.
hair done.
It'd be cheaper.
It would be cheaper. Molly, no, into the hairdressers, no, it wouldn't be cheaper. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, she is on, I've probably mentioned it before, Molly takes tablets for a heart murmur that she has. Vetmidin, that's it. So she has to go back for a prescription and just a little checkup to make sure everything's okay.
If you buy it through the vet, it's nearly 200 quid.
Yeah. 90 odd online.
If I buy it online, it's 90 odd quid plus price of the prescription.
Yeah, so you're basically going almost half price. So to get just if you have pets and you have to get something that's like a long-term medication that the pet will always be on. We discovered the same thing when Chewy.
Yeah, it was on Tramadol.
Tramadol, his back end went, like bigger dogs would get stiff back ends, a bit of arthritis when they're older.
50 odd quid a month for Chewy through vet, or £5.65 for a prescription.
We basically, I don't know how it was you found out. Did the vet tell you?
No.
I go and say I can't see that happening. Somebody told Darren that what that what he was getting at the vets was exactly the same as human
It was
tramadol.
true, because it made me look, because my granddad was on heart tablets and Dodger, their dog,
Was on the same ones.
heart tablets, and it turned out, I remembered they were on the exact same tablet. And that's what made me look, and I thought, well, what's he on? And
Yeah, he
it was
found out.
tramadol.
So basically what he did was the vet would write out the prescription. You would have to pay the vet to write the prescription, and then I still remember getting the prescription from the chemist, from the doctor, and it said, Chewy the dog.
Do not drive or work heavy machine.
Yeah, Chewy the dog. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. I should.
Don't mind, just go straight down.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
I think it's quicker this way anyway when it's empty.
So basically, he gets the heart murmur tablets from an online prescribing place. I don't know what you
They're
want to call
exactly the
it.
same ones, because it's only one brand that makes
Yeah,
it.
they're the same ones, but you can pay £200 or like £100. How much is the prescription from the vet?
Anywhere, depending on what vet or what mood she's in, from 15 quid to 36. But the one that where we're at now, she's been really good.
Yeah,
The last
She
vet
was-
was 36 quid.
she was my year at school. Mary, Davy.
She didn't even charge for last prescription.
Yeah, same vet, same surname as us, but spelled out, differently. It's a small world. Mary was super bright, really, exceptionally intelligent at school. She got pregnant in, I think, 5th year. Obviously, my school was a Catholic school.
Popular as well then.
Huh?
Popular as well.
No, the guy that she got pregnant to, she has a full family of children with. I don't know if they're still together, but they stayed together. Kirk something his name was, can't remember his surname. But yeah, she was allowed to go to school for a certain length of time, but when she started to show, she wasn't allowed to go to school. Oh, what a terrible nasty thing to get pregnant, isn't it? And then another girl very shortly after her in our year got pregnant, called Leona Marin. I remember her name too. But they, I'm going to go straight instead of, I don't want to go all them speed bumps. My parents' area for speed bumps is absolutely shocking. Now I'm going to have to sit in traffic while people reverse into tiny parking spaces. Honest to God, the parking in this town is shocking. I forgot, what was it? Yeah, so they came back to do their exams with a big belly. So it was really odd to see, you know, someone in school uniform with this big pregnant belly. Now she must have had very supportive and available parents, because she went on to have, I think Mary's got like 5 or 6 kids. And she went to uni in Dublin, as far as I'm aware. I don't know how it all worked out, but she's a vet now. She has her own practice.
You know, probably the fact that she had a family so young cut out the want to do other things
Yeah.
in later teens and early 20s, because it was like, well, no, I've got this to deal with now.
Yeah, she
Now then
wouldn't
you focus on what you need.
She always was quite mature in school as well. She wouldn't have been, you know, she would never have been the type to be on drugs or to go out and get hammered on a weekend or anything like that. She was quite sensible, very smart.
She might be on spice now for all you know.
But yeah. Right, that's probably completely uninteresting to you. I shall speak to you guys next week. The main thing is probably going to be hearing how Isaac got on in his parent-teacher meetings. He has to go with us, unfortunately for him. He has to sit there and listen. So I shall check in with you guys next week. Hello, it is Monday. Guess what day it is? Roots Day. Messy hair. This is what my hair looks like when I wash it and do nothing. Absolutely nothing with it. Look at the frizz. Something that's good though. I'll try and turn you around. I don't know if you'll pick it up. I'm just gonna film out my front window for a little bit. There's a bit of ground at the bottom, or the entrance to our cul-de-sac, where loads of kids hang about and light fires. You'll have seen me right in front of us now. Can you see the digger? So Darren says there were loads of diggers in there this morning. You can just see one's left now. Right, he's put his hazards on in front of me. How the fuck am I meant to get out onto the road when he's there with his hazards on? Is there a reason? Right, now he's drove off. Fucking hell. Oh, there's still loads of diggers actually. Right, let me turn you back around. Right, so they're obviously clearing it. I'd say there's about 6 diggers there at the minute. It's like waste ground that's been there. Someone bought it to build houses on, I think. And it's been like that since we moved in. Which, one, is an eyesore, and two, the main reason is the kids in the summer that hang about on it are just into all kinds of mischief. Isn't the right word, because they're little shits. They're into worse than mischief. Oh, welcome to a new weekly vlog. Jesus, I don't think I said that, did I? It's Monday. So I'm hoping that they're going to start building on there now that they've started knocking stuff down. I would imagine that means that should deter. Obviously we're now in March. It's March the 11th today, I think. So approaching summer, it'll keep those little shits out. There's a house there that's the next house beside that land that had 2 brothers that used to be in twin brothers that used to be in Isaac's class at school. So this, I hate this. Fucking, I can't bear it. Editing it's even worse than looking at myself when I'm doing it live. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm talking about. Is my favourite thing to say. What was I saying? Yeah, these twin brothers, they were in Isaac's class at school, and I mean, when you've heard me recently say every family has got a feral, or every area has got a feral family, it's them. And they would always be in that area over summer just doing stuff. They were the ones that were hammering our doors and windows, and Dobby could have hurt herself. She jumped because the first time they did it, I almost jumped through the ceiling, because it wasn't like a knock on the door, it was like hammering really aggressively, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, I thought something awful was about to happen. Oh, there's a load of and I've just got in the middle of them. Well, there's 2 there. There's 4 fire cars, bright red cars with yellow, no, you'll not be able to see them. There's 2 in front of me and 2 behind me. Don't know where they're going. But yeah, hopefully they'll start building some. I know it's going to be a bit of a pain getting in and out when there's going to be loads of construction at the end of the driveway, but if they build something there, hopefully it means they don't get more bloody arseholes in the area. Hopefully some nice people move in. It makes all the difference. But then no matter where you live, you have, I see on Facebook all the time, so many people I know having similar issues where they live, and living in America, England, Scotland, everywhere, in the town centre and here. I think no matter where you go, you're going to get an element of those kind of people. Why can't they just, it's always kids of people that don't give a damn, and it's always kids of people that if you were to go to say, right, your kid's done this, they would be angry at you, they would tell you where to go, rather than look into what their kid may or may not have done. I mean, the only thing Isaac's ever done is that conversation that he had with his friend where he was being really aggressively rude via text. They kept telling this wee lad to F off. In retrospect, now we've found out that day in school his mate says, oh, just go kill yourself. Apparently that's a fun thing they do, which, don't even get me started, but it's a trend right now according to the school, who back when that happened, now we're going back what, a couple of months, at least 6 weeks or so, school still haven't spoken to him about it, which they were meant to do. Still hasn't happened. So that's great, isn't it? That's priority for you. Just makes you wonder what other priority there is that something like that is not seen as priority. They're like, oh, we're trying to, put a stop to kids saying this, but it's the trendy thing that they're all saying. Right, is this bus coming out or not? Oh, the police are parked outside the school. I wonder what's going on there. It's Isaac's primary school, the police are parked outside it. Probably undoing just to talk to the kids. So yeah, we'll see what's built at the end of the cul-de-sac. I'm on my way to the hairdressers, if you hadn't guessed by the bird's nest that sits aloft my head, talking about my hair. So yeah, I spent the weekend in the depths of despair, because I was so ill after Friday night. 5.5 hour stream with Leo. Aaron clocked off early because his internet was, maybe because I was annoying the arse of him because I was pissed, who knows. Jamie Powell, it was really nice to be on a stream with them, because I'm so comfortable with all three of them. You know, you just can be yourself. And I drunk too much, I got way too drunk, it was ridiculous. I don't even remember aspects of the night. I threw up that night. I collapsed into bed after knocking pictures off the wall and smashing glass on the way up the stairs, and woke up the next morning feeling like death had come for me. I can't even tell you. Vomited something shocking all morning on Saturday. Stayed in my bed till about 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Got up, felt like hell for the rest of the day. Couldn't eat. Bar of chocolate sitting there, couldn't eat it. I mean, Jesus Christ. Sunday, felt sick for about half of the day, and then I picked up a bit in the evening, but still not 100%. Today I feel much better. So I would say Saturday I felt like death was coming for me. Sunday I felt pretty damn rough, and today I think I feel back to normal. So 2-day hangover. They say when you get older your body just doesn't deal with it the same, and they're right, it doesn't. No, I say never again, but I'll not do that. I'll be sensible enough. What I did wrong was I mixed my drinks. There's this stuff I had sitting there called watermelon sours, SOURZ I think, which I think you're meant to have as shots. So I was having gin with lemonade, which is probably my favourite, was what I tend to drink, it's my go-to drink. And then I was having these sours as well, and when I got up the next day, I had drunk half the bottle of sours. That's meant to be used for shots. So it's no wonder I felt like I felt. It's my own bloody fault. I tell you what, if I wanted any sympathy, I certainly wasn't getting any. So, and then on Mother's Day, Sunday, just gone. The electricity went off in the morning. There was a power cut in the entire area. There's been a few recently because there's a fault with a line, but they decided that Mother's Day was a good day to have like a 2 to 3 hour power cut. So all these mums are getting up, not able to have a cup of coffee or any like warm breakfast. And then I think it didn't come on till like, it was about 1:30 it came back on. So I mean, people obviously would have been cooking dinner, or lunch, whatever you call it. One family in our area wrote, it's not the best time to have a pavlova in the oven. I thought, bloody it's not. But I'm sure a lot of mums were quite annoyed by the timing of that power cut. Maybe there was dads or kids out there that just did not want to make the Sunday dinner, so they had a power cut. I don't know. I'm joking. Right guys, I shall go. I'll be back when I've had the old bush. See how there's like, can you see different, like there's darker? Yeah. Right guys, I shall speak to you later. Hello. Yes, I'm aware it's darker. Not very happy that it's darker. I did say to her, I really like the colour it was last time with the little, but she said that my hair was ridiculously dry. I will agree with that. She said because she put highlights in that through it, she couldn't do that every time. I'm not a hairdresser, I don't know these things, but she said, I thought that she was just going to do my roots. I'm just leaving the car park. And the rest would be the same. I don't know. But because she'd put I'm not a hairdresser, maybe that's really naive and stupid thing to say. But she said it was really, really, really dry and really flat, and it needed basically whatever it was. She's left it that sort of like reddish colour. I still like it, but I want ginger hair, I want orange hair. So I'm a bit disappointed that my hair's darker, but I wasn't aware that she couldn't. So I got a bit distracted then by that music. I've driven too close to the curb beside the pen display machine. But how are you supposed to reach it if you don't drive? Fucking hell. Right, I've only just reached that. I can smell cooking onions. Somebody's cooking something. Yeah, so I'm disappointed it isn't orange, but obviously it's in really nice condition, so I can't complain about that. And she says next time she'll highlight it again. I just would really like my light orange hair, and now I feel like I've gone a step backwards. I think I just didn't understand that she couldn't do that every time, because my hair was just ready to fall out if she does much more with it. All the fuss us women go through for our hair. Hey? It's the first time in my life, Kelly will attest to this. Kelly's known me for almost 20 years now. Not quite, but not far off. My hair has never been tidy, neat, straight. It's always been, I've gone the wrong direction. It's always been, you know what, I'm just going to go straight home. I was going to go to Tesco because there's a couple of little shopping bits I wanted to pick up, but it's too late. It's 6 o'clock. I went in there at 3:30. I've forgotten what I was saying now. Yeah, my hair, like all through, you know, it's always been very frizzy, untidy, like how it was when it was black. That's how my hair's been since I was like 20. That's how my hair's been. So it was an awful lot of work. These cars are flying and it's town centre. What a fucking dickhead. That wasn't even just flying, that was... I don't swear as good as, right, there's a channel I watch called Poison Pixie. I can't remember where I found her. I don't remember. It's through Poison Pixie that I found Sue's channel. And because Suze does something I really enjoy watching, which is vlogs, I watch every one of her videos. I watch some of Poison Pixie's. She does a lot of like beauty subscription boxes, but she is, I think her name is Nicola. She's from Scotland. I think she's from Glasgow. And she's got the best accent when she's irritated or irate at anyone. And at the minute, videos that she's doing that I'm really enjoying is road ahead closed. What's going on down there? Something's going on down there. At the minute, she's doing daily videos on the previous night's Big Brother. Now, I don't normally watch Big Brother, but I do tend to watch the celebrity Big Brother. Years ago, I used to watch the normal one, but now it's just the celebrity one. And she tells you what she thinks about everything in very direct language, which I love. But the way she says, I'm gonna swear, the way she says bitch, she's a fucking bitch. Me and Darren love it. And now, when either of us have to say the word bitch, we say it exactly how to say it. Now, the Scottish and Northern Irish accents are very similar, but I wish I could swear as good as she can, because it's so funny. She's a fucking bitch. Oh, it's brilliant. I don't know where that came. I really apologise. Hopefully Alice is nowhere near this. Kelly. Alice is Kelly's daughter, who really does not want to be listening to that sort of language. Yeah, so I'm going to have to get off this and phone Darren and tell him I'm on my way home, because he's going to be thinking of falling down a hairdresser's plug hole. Half of the time was spent waiting. She was going between me and another woman, which she does quite a bit. So the like junior washes your hair, and it was a different junior today, and she was nowhere near as nice as the normal one. She was asking questions. She asked me 2 questions. Are you going anywhere on your holidays this year? Did you do anything at the weekend? And she couldn't have been any less interested if I'd said I set myself on fire. Really dull, like really like monotone. Now, you can't expect people to be cheerful all the time, but what will I say? Customer service is not this girl's strong point. The other girl's lovely. I don't even need someone that's going to be really chatty. I don't care about silence. That doesn't bother me. It's just the manner and way she speaks to you. You know, there's no politeness, or there's no like cheering. There's no come with me, we're gonna, you know. I'm like, oh Jesus, you're in the wrong profession, love. If you're going to train to be a hairdresser and you don't want to be polite with people, you're in the wrong fucking job, love. Right, I'm going to get off this because I need to phone Darren and tell him I'm on the way home, because I've been in there 2.5 hours, which is madness. What she normally does is she puts a colour on my roots, which you can see is darker. That's because my roots that aren't grey are very dark, because I am naturally almost black, very, very dark brown. And then she puts this colour over, which I'm really annoyed I couldn't get my highlights and my rich coppery thing. But what can you do? Right, with slightly darker hair, hold my go for Darren to say, why is your hair darker again? For me to say, I don't know. Right guys, I shall check in with you later in the week. It's Tuesday, folks. Apologise for the state of my face. I've just rolled out of bed. Just a phone call from my mum, who has a carer with her, to say my dad's got chest pains. He's being sick, he's bent double, he's moaning and he can barely breathe. Phoning telling me instead of phoning the fucking ambulance, so we've just phoned an ambulance. He doesn't want anybody called, obviously, as always, and we're just about to head in now. Don't know what we're going to walk into. It's a way to wake up, isn't it? So, my dad's got COPD, he's got diverticulitis, so I'm hoping it's the fact. My mum says something ridiculous like he ate too much on Friday or something. He says that's what it is. This is Tuesday. The phone call was too quick for me to ask because it's been going on since then, but the carers haven't thought to phone before now. She says, I don't know what to do.
The carers didn't phone for your mum when she was nearly dying through possible sepsis with that infection.
Yeah. Well, my mum's probably done what she's always does when the carers have come in and do that panic, you know, that anxiety panic thing. And the carer says, well, it does not look good and I don't want to just leave him. He's going to be really angry, but...
Well, maybe next time he can actually say, I phoned the doctor and he says it's this, rather than leaving it to us to find, because he knows we're fine now.
But if he's like just started vomiting last night or this morning and he's feeling like death, you wouldn't call your doctor.
Well, that's nothing to do with eating on Friday night.
Yeah, but I'm listening to my mum there, I don't know. I haven't even had time to wash my face, put makeup on, nothing. An absolute state. And I think I've left my phone charger in the house. I was going to bring it with me in case I'm stuck here ages.
Well, I'll have to go back anyway. I was going to charge my phone this afternoon.
So yeah, I put this on. It maybe seems a bit, why are you recording when something serious like this is happening? Because I never record when anything big happens, and then I tell you about it afterwards. Just to give you an idea, this is a typical idea of what happens every 6 months or so. Something happens to my dad, or my mum's really bad and my dad won't phone the doctor because he doesn't think it's bad enough. Muggins, who gets told, don't worry, don't stress, you won't be dropped in the shit. It's been dropped in the shit again. So if my dad has to be taken into hospital, which remains to be seen, I'm going to be stuck at my mum's. And I'm struggling with pain at the minute anyway, so we'll see. I don't know. Right, I'll switch you off. I just thought I'd switch you on to let you know what's happening. I shall catch you up when I know what's going on. The carers have gone.
Meat wagons here, as they say.
There we go. Hello, so a wee update before I go to bed. I'm aware I look like death. Very tired. I've just washed my face for the first time today at like just before midnight. I'm looking at the wrong side. Just see something that needs dusting. Just about to go to bed. We got in home at after 9. Then Isaac had to do his chemistry homework, get to bed. I had to get all the stuff ready for school. We got the call at about 11 o'clock this morning. I had my mum on the phone shouting, call 999, call 99, just, you know, like completely stressing me out. I'm half asleep because, yeah, I'm half asleep at just after 11 because I don't sleep well. I'm never up until like 12ish because fibro sucks. And then the carer came on and said, he doesn't look very good at all. He's complaining of pains in his chest and he's breathless and he's been vomiting. So I got off the phone and we called 999. I keep wanting to say 911. And then we went straight in As we got in, the ambulance was still there, as you will have seen from the footage. I walked in and my dad and the two ambulance guys all just turned around and stared at me and nobody said anything. And I'm like, well, what's happening? And my dad said, I'm going in. And the other guy says, yeah, we're taking him up for some tests. I says, so how was his obs? And they said his obs seemed fine. So they'd done like the heart thing and they'd done the big blood pressure stuff, but they were taking him in for blood tests. So he went up in the ambulance on his own because I obviously had to stay with my mum. Darren had to get back to the house. Someone had to be there, like, to get back for Isaac at some stage. So he couldn't go up in the ambulance. So we went up, and long story short, you know what A&E's like, and they've had him sitting all day. They left, I would say they probably got to A&E around midday, and he got home at just after 8 p.m. Not a happy camper at all. He'd had bloods taken multiple times, he had a heart trace, he's had x-rays, he's had cannulas. He tried to leave, a doctor phoned me and started shouting about the fact he'd left. He told me he told someone and she said no one knows. We have a gentleman here she said a gentleman with chest pains and difficulty breathing, and I can't find him in the department, and obviously it's very serious, but I'm getting the arse set off me when I've told him not to leave. So he'd been trying to leave all afternoon. Darren had been with him, and Darren had kept doing everything he could to, I'm leaving, I'm not sitting anymore, I'm fed up, I'm coming home. Because I'd sent Darren up to collect him. Isaac left school, so we had to get Darren to detour to get Isaac from school, because if he went home on the bus there would be no one there. So we got Isaac from school, then they left and discovered he'd left his PE kit, which can be easily nicked, so they had to go back detour to get that up to the hospital. And by that stage the doctor had phoned me and said he needs to come back in, we need to talk to him, he can't go home. Darren then went up to collect him, and instead of being collected he was marched back in. This was at this stage probably about 4:30. And then they made him stay for x-rays. That whole time Darren had to cajole him to stay. Then Darren came back to drop Isaac back at about 7 because Isaac hadn't eaten, he'd been at school all day, he was hungry. So Darren dropped him back, we all had a bite to eat out of the chippy, and then Darren went back to get him. And then he's back home, he's had his x-rays, no results from the x-rays yet, but they said he could go home. He's had antibiotics, they've told him he's got a chest infection, which maybe doesn't sound very serious, but my dad's got COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It's just a thing that long-term smokers tend to get. He doesn't smoke now, but he still vapes a lot. So, you know, people usually end up in oxygen tanks that have it. So when you've got that condition, a chest infection is no joke. Then he's got fibro on top of that, and he's got arthritis on top of that. Basically, he shouldn't be doing the job he's doing. I've been with my mum this afternoon and it's been hellish. It's been, I can't even tell you, I don't even want to start complaining, but that woman's had me up and down off a seat about 50 times today for that cup's round the wrong way. I can't get that handle. Can you cut that burger in half? Is that okay? Do you need it? Anything else? No. Then I sit down. No, can you do that? And she has me up and down and up and down. I'm just, my hips are screaming, my back is in agony. I've told her I'm not able to do this. I can't do this. She got my dad out of bed to take her to the toilet this morning after he'd said I'm too unwell, I can't do it. She just kept on and kept on and kept on until he did it. Unfortunately with MS, what it is there's something, it's a covering of the spine which connects to the brain. It's called the myelin sheath, and that gets attacked by deposits and it breaks down. And it basically, in later MS, which my mum definitely is, the progression in my mum's MS in the last like 5 to 7 years has been shocking. She's more or less paralysed now, apart from her right hand, her right arm. Like she can't do anything for herself. And I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, this effect to the brain also affects judgment, it affects memory, it affects, you get really confused. There's no reasoning skills, so it won't occur to my mum. That's not the right thing to do, don't do that. do this. She just thinks, I need this, you need to do this. There's no reasoning skills of, I can't do this, I'm not able to do it, she can't do it. And it's so frustrating. My mum needs to be in residential care. I've been banging on about it for years, and I have to wash my hands of the residential care thing because nobody's listening to me. But then this keeps happening, and I can't tell you, I'm shattered. You can probably tell by looking at me. I spent Saturday and Sunday really unwell through my own fault. I mean, it was me getting drunk like a dickhead on Friday night. And then somebody texted me today to say, oh, well said, what you said on the stream needed to be said. And I'm like, what the fuck have I said on the stream? I can't watch it back because I'm too embarrassed because I know how drunk I got and I really don't want to say it. But apparently I'd said something that I was thanked for saying and it needed to be said. I think it was something to do with Jamie and the shit he's been getting from people on YouTube. I'll not even explain it because you don't need to know the ins and outs of it, but it's a really nice guy that's been getting shit from a pile of arseholes basically. And most people like to stand back and not comment and not say anything and not get involved. Anybody I know will attest to the fact, if I think you're being out of line, I'm going to tell you you're being out of line. I don't believe in, not defending people that you're friends with that need defending. I don't believe in it. Anyway, God knows what I said, but I refuse to go back and watch it. When I think there was a film director on that stream, that Leo has a channel that's got it's a big channel, and he works with a lot of directors who ask him to review their movies, like indie movies, quite, like low budget movies. And he had an American director on, and I've been on that stream pissed. And my brain's going, Lisa, what the fuck? Can't be that bad. He sent me a friend's request after this director, so. And then there was another girl on who was lovely, and I can't even remember what her name was. She was really nice. I can't remember whole sections of that evening, and I'm so embarrassed. I will never do that again. I'm not going to say I will never have an alcoholic drink again. Of course I will. I will never drink that much again. I just wasn't watching what I was drinking. I was really enjoying the chat. I really like everyone I was on there with. And I was having a really relaxing, lovely evening, and I just forgot and kept and paid the price. So I suffered all weekend. Yesterday was the first day I felt vaguely human, and then this happens first thing this morning. Well, for me, not for most people. Like 11 o'clock for me is first thing. So I'm just going to bed now. It's just after midnight, and I'm struggling to walk. I'm struggling to get up from a seated position. My dad's, I made sure my mum had everything she needed, her tablets, all that stuff. And I said I'm phoning back in the afternoon, because I can't phone in the morning because nobody's up to answer the phone. I'm going to phone in the afternoon to check. I made sure they had whatever they needed grocery-wise, got them milk and stuff, they've got bread. And I said I will be phoning tomorrow afternoon to check what's happened and check if you need anything else. He has his antibiotics. I left another urine sample up for my mum who thinks she's got another infection. I'm getting to the end of my tether. And I'm not a crier. Unless it's a movie or an advert. I'm not a real life crier. I don't know why. I think when so much stuff happens, you bottle, because if you don't bottle, you can't get on with it. So I don't tend to cry. I think my release is movies and stuff like that. But I could cry. I'm so sore, I'm so frustrated, I'm at the end of my tether. Because there's nothing I can do, and I just have to sit and wait all the time for what's next. Anyway, Darren will be coming up to use the bathroom, so I best tally-ho to bed. 12 minutes chatting shit to you. So thank you for listening, guys. This is my sounding board. I know some of you religiously watch, and I really appreciate it. Because there's only so much Darren can listen to. I don't want to be just in his ear constantly, because it's not fair. It really isn't fair. So, I feel like I can talk to you guys even though I'm talking to a screen. I feel like I'm offloading. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'm going to go to bed, because when I'm talking, I'm picturing the people that I know that watch, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm telling you, I'm not telling this screen. So I'm like, just life stuff, Right, I'm going to go to bed, guys. I will check in later in the week, hopefully feeling a little bit more bright about things. We shall see. I shall talk to you later. Hello. Different scenery. I'm in my bedroom. I thought I'd catch you up with everything. just before we start talking about other stuff, I hate my hair with a vengeance. I can't stand it. I don't know what... I've gone back, like, I'm convinced that she hasn't looked at what she did last and she's put the colour on she did the time before. Which is fine if she just admits that she did that, but if she tries to, like, tell me, oh, but it needed it, you know, it's not going to, like, make your hair any better condition to like, colour it with a darker colour than it would be to colour it over with the one that it was already, surely. Anyway, she's got this thing where, like, all appointments are, like, you have to accept online and you pay 50% in advance. So I already paid 50%. If I go back and I don't come out with my hair the colour I like it, I've decided I'm not going back. I'm going to look for someone else to give me what I want, because it'll, coming up on, like, June time, May, June, it'll be 2 years to go from black. And I mean, I walloped all of my hair off to, like, here. You remember it was really short, and I said I wanted it longer as well, but she cut loads off. And I don't feel, I was really, really, really happy where we were last time, and now I'm not. Anyway, it is Saturday. I keep losing my voice on and off because I think I last spoke to you when we went to my mum's and I caught you up with what's going on with my dad. So that was Tuesday. Thursday evening, I come down with, Thursday morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, I get up and I start with the most hideous projectile vomiting. Then I start what they call booking from both ends. Just let's say when I was being sick, I couldn't not be on the toilet because the force of being sick. I don't think I need to say any more. I've spent all of Thursday night, all of Friday, portion of Friday night, vomiting and running back and forth to the bathroom. I feel wrung out like a wet chamois. Isaac's parent-teacher meeting was on Friday, yesterday. This is Saturday. I'm like, I missed it last year because I was sick. Again, I missed it this year because I was sick. But not only did I miss it, Isaac and Darren missed it because Thursday night, the same day that I took really sick, Isaac started that evening. Isaac started vomiting really bad. Thankfully, he was only really bad all through Thursday night, all through the early hours. And because we were trying for Darren not to get it, I was sort of up most of the night with Isaac when I also was sick. So it's so not easy being there for someone that's vomiting when you're sick. And obviously emptying their sick bowl and stuff, making sure he was drinking because, you know, mum has to kick in before, oh, help. Darren's the only one that didn't get it. He hasn't got it still. I stopped being sick and having runs last night. This is now Saturday, but today breathing's actually painful and I keep losing my voice. I can't cough and I can't hiccup and I can't sneeze because it's literally so excruciatingly painful. My body won't let me do it. I don't know how they define a chest infection. I don't have a chest infection. What I'm saying is, I know my dad didn't have the results of his chest x-ray before he left. They diagnosed him with the chest x-ray, with the chest infection, but I know that didn't show up on the first set of bloods because they took another set of bloods. I know his chest would have sounded congested because he has COPD. So I'm thinking, maybe my dad didn't have a chest infection, maybe he was just so excruciatingly sore from the sickness that he had, because that's how my dad's thing started, with really bad projectile vomiting the day before the Monday. All through the Sunday night and into the Monday. Apparently he filled 3 full basins full of vomit. Now my dad doesn't eat much, so that's a feat in itself. My dad, as I say, has COPD. He also has fibro, he has arthritis, so I can't imagine the pain in his chest and lungs. I can't even begin to imagine. Trying to care for my mum, and my mum, I don't want to complain. I know it's a thing with how her MS affects her, but she never thinks of anyone else, and she has him up doing things that I sat on Tuesday and I went through all of this with her about how she has to, sometimes people just can't. I know. And then when she wants something, she just asks for it again. She had me up and down on Tuesday. I think I lost count at 40 something. It's a lot. So anyway, I feel like hammered shit. I went to bed. Well, I didn't get out of bed on Thursday morning. So I've been in bed all day Thursday, all night Thursday night, all day Friday, all night Friday night. And I decided mid-afternoon Saturday I'm going to get up. So I got up and came down looking forward to Anton Deck's Saturday night takeaway in the 1% club. And I thought, a bit of crap. Oh, I can feel my breathing. A bit of crap Saturday night TV will make me feel better. BBC One FA Cup, ITV, Six Nations Rugby, fucking scunnered. So I've come back to bed, fed up. Over the past 2 days I have watched a season and a half of Love is Blind. I'm now on to the last season, season 6. Darren's probably really glad because he didn't want to watch that shit. Don't blame him, but I like it. It hurts. It hurts, folks. So I've told my mum I'm not going in tomorrow. I need a day to rest. I've just found out today that Isaac's off on Monday for St. Patrick's Day. It's another thing I feel awful about. I was meant to do a stream tomorrow night with Jen and Marty. 2 people I know from YouTube. They're a couple. Jen lives in America and Marty is Irish, south of Ireland. We've never met. And they just haven't been able to meet yet, obviously, due to circumstance with finance and stuff. Such a lovely couple, and we were going to do a St. Patrick's Day horror stream, and I was really, really looking forward to it, but the effort to speak, and you know, this is what, I've been speaking 7 minutes, and I won't talk much longer because I'm dying. My voice keeps disappearing when I talk too long, and breathing really hurts. I know I'm not going to be able to. I've got an exam to get Isaac ready for Tuesday. So yeah, it's been a testing week. I phoned and I've checked on my dad. My mum's like, oh, he's not too bad. And then she started trying to tell me about him getting her up to go to the toilet. And I thought, I can't focus on you right now. I can't. So, I feel bad. Tell you what though, it's a good way to start the diet. All I've been eating is like nibbling rich tea biscuits. Although wait till you see this, guys. Wait till you see what I'm going to try now. I'm venturing out, guys. Don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm going to have it. Darren got me these OT biscuits. I don't know what they are, but they're really nice. If you know me, you will know I like not very plain biscuits. I like chocolate biscuits and creamy biscuits. But all I wanted was like plain, like rich tea, but he got me these OT ones and some rich tea, and that's what I've been nibbling on for the past day. I didn't eat anything on Thursday. I had some nibbles of rich tea and OT biscuits last night, so I've got my Baby Bell now to try that. I've been having my Dial-A-Right, whatever it's called, rehydration sachets, although they're like the spawn, I see it and they're disgusting. I'm gonna get back into bed and watch some more crap TV. And hopefully tomorrow will be a slightly less painful day. We shall see. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to me waffle. It's been a bad week. I appreciate having a camera, you to talk to. So yeah, I shall catch up with you guys probably tomorrow.